Hey! That's gonna get annoying real fast, huh? Anyway, we're here on Cycling Road, training our Lapras that we got an episode or two ago. 2 episodes? Oh, great. So, it's rough going to level this thing up. Venusaur. Because Dugtrio can at least hit the poison types that I run into that Lapras can't handle. But it'll start holding its own relatively soon. It just comes at a pretty terrible time, and also I was kind of lazy and didn't level it up to at least 25. So there you go. Yep. I actually didn't check the encounters on this route to make sure I was right and that there was only Doduo here. I think I was right. If there's not, I might be thinking of yellow now that I think of it. And my phone's not near me to really check on the fly, so we'll go with the fact that I gave a synopsis of a Pokemon that might not even be here. Alright. And right into another one. There are a lot of trainers here, which just shows how cluttered this section of the game is. I really wish I had Surf because I would actually like try and take these on. But because Ice doesn't do shit to fighting types, it's... Oh, Focus Energy. I have mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. It does not increase your critical hit, because it would be a very good move for those that get it. But in this game, it lowers it. I think it cuts it in half or lowers it to an eighth. I do not remember exactly. Primate. Nice. Look at that. I think this is probably the worst Primate sprite ever. I don't understand why they had to put the foot like that. It's not really important here. Dugtrio, you're a nice 7 levels away from that precious Earthquake. Which it won't be getting for a while. Because right after I train Lapras, well, it'll get in 6 levels, but right after I train Lapras, which is going on and it'll continue to go on for a while, I'll be picking up another team member. But that was just the plan. It was always a plan to... I usually like to spread out my captures a little more than this. Like, but I also don't like to have extreme amount of capture. Like, you don't get an electric move, so I don't care. If it does live this, though, I am just gonna go to Gengar. Yep, to Gengar I go. Because it probably will self-destruct. No. Doesn't matter, it's dead anyway. Yeah, but Cycling Road, we're coming up to Fuscia City, which has the Safari Zone, and I might as well... I won't go over the Pokemon until I'm in there because... Well... I have to have something to talk about, and Voltorb causes the music to glitch out. I want to point that out. I've heard it several times throughout this freaking... The first time I actually, like, probably noticed it was when we fought the little nerd guy, the Pokemon nerd in Mount Moon, I think it was, when he had a Magnemite and a Voltorb. Huh? I did not know Sonic Boom worked like that, where it hits ghosts in this generation. Huh. Anyway, what was Safari Zone? You have to pay admittance in to be allowed in, of course. It's 500, I think it is. And you get access to 30 Safari balls, which have the same catch rate as a Great Ball, which isn't bad, but it also isn't great, because Chansey's a bitch. We'll do this. But, so you get 30, you also get the ability to throw rock or throw bait. Now, there's a couple like guides out there that will tell you different things and all that, but you should be able to find the true, like, what they do by now. Bait is supposed to, this is what I've like learned, so take it at face value. I could be wrong, but based on other generations, and I think there's an error somewhere for the bait anyway. Bait is supposed to keep the Pokemon there longer, but make it, it's supposed to cut the catch rate in half. That's how I always thought of it, and it's true for, I think it, Fire Red and Leaf Green is that. For a rock, it's supposed to increase their chances of running away, which is a certain percentage and a bunch of other stuff, but it increases their catch rate by 50%, which doesn't really do that much in reality. We're talking about some catch rates that go as low as 30. So you take 50% and you add it to that. That's not how the formula actually acts, but it's close enough. So it'll go to about 45. Whoop-de-doo. Hey, Body Slam. Growl. We won't be keeping Body Slam on our Lapras, and I haven't given it rest yet, which is another plan move for it, because first of all, it's not high enough level to tank anything, so it's kind of pointless. So this is the end of the cycling road, cycling bridge, cycling path, cycling blah blah, which they're on motorbikes. Well, I am not. Hey, Coffee, I can kill you with a Lapras. Yes. Actually, I kind of want like that. I also have to mention it this way. Or mention this way. I have to mention this, not because it's required, but because I want to. Ice is neutral to fire in this generation, which means if I hit Charizard with a, in quote, Ice Beam, it will do super effective damage by 2 times, just for your information. Sludge. And that's the strongest poison move in the freaking generation. Which just shows how garbage they were. Bunch of coughings. I'm guessing it's supposed to like self-destruct and all that. Anyway, I was talking about Safari Zone, and I think that's how it works. I hear a lot of different like formulas out there for this, and it's kind of like the heavy ball in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, where there's a bunch of misinformation about it. So go look up some proper like information. I'll probably put in the formula I find on like Cerebi or Bulbapedia. And Coughing's dead. Also, Fuscia City is the first access to, I believe it's Ultra Balls that we get. So this is a valuable city, and that was the wrong move. Fuck. And it's gonna hit me hard. Not hard, but harder than a coughing will. And I want to point out that Team Rocket is now done. It's gone. It's over. We won't be seeing them again. We will be seeing hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna fly. I think that was the last trainer in that path. It's actually the last trainer up until Fuscia. On this side anyway. We still have the rest of Route 12 and in part the route below it that leads to Fuscia. There are 2 ways to Fuscia. There's Cycling Road, which is a straight shot, and then there's Route 12 in the little like dock area that we saw, where they're both blocked by Snorlaxes, which it would have been really cool if they had like 2 different Pokemon at the time that like slept in the way. It would have been cool. Instead of just having 2 Snorlaxes. The only 2 Snorlaxes. I think that's what makes me a little, like, not wary or irritated. I mean, it's always been one of those things that's like, really? This of all places? I thought I battled you. Highway Stars. But this is taking a little longer than I thought it would, but then again, it's with switching out, it's no super effectives. This is gonna do about a third. Yeah. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. That doesn't work. Go ahead, do that. You gotta be kidding me. It's only minimize. Lapras. Freeze him. Poison gas. Thank you. I was about to be really mad. What? Body slam. No. And body slam just doesn't give a fuck, apparently. That's smoked. Well, technically I didn't use a fire type. Let's do the inside. First, there's, I think, one trainer. It's a notice. Watch out for discarded items. You can tell I'm clicking. All Pokemon are unique. Yeah, this is to talk about IVs and EVs. Trainer tips. Press A or B to stay in place while on the slope. I actually didn't know this as a kid. I didn't read signs because I'm not the greatest at, I don't know. What's the word? The greatest at paying attention to these things. So we have enough time to get up here and fight maybe one battle and call it a day. I'll be healing off screen again. If you didn't notice, I did heal off screen. And we'll actually be hitting Fuscia, which I can talk about something besides these trainers. And little things that come up. It's a little irritating, that's for sure. Testing. That's not super effective because normal type. Damn. I don't think I ever mentioned this, but multi-hit moves, if they crit on the first hit, they'll crit in the rest of the hits. This can put me in... Nope, not beepings yet. But that's just basic stuff that I probably should have gone over. I don't think I ever really saw that many multi-hits earlier on in the playthrough. We're almost to 30, which is a great, like... I know it's not 41 like we're at with the others, but it's still a great number. 30 just means I can go and it can fight something. And it doesn't help that Lapras only has Ice Beam as his main move. Stab, and I mean Body Slam goes off its attack. But, so, next time, we will be hitting Fuscia for sure. We'll be exploring that, and then we'll be taking on the Safari Zone, because that's the next required area. And I will be talking about so many different things in that. There's so many Pokemon to catch, there's so many items, there's so many things to do. So, next time we will be taking on Fuscia City and the Safari Zone that's held there. Level up for the road? Come on. Damn. Good workout, yep. So next time we'll be fighting the last two trainers. I think there's two. Till then.